And all right, I have announced everything on Twitch. I'm going to quickly do an intro and then we'll get started. So, we got a clip already off. Uptime. I've been online for 2 hours and 0 minutes. Sweet. 2 hours in and we're finally doing what we want to do.
That's why my bot counts as uptime.
Nice. So. Okay, so we're going to do a run of Pokemon Yellow. I've got TIKevin83 here to help walk us through what's going on. Yep, he's here. We have a GameCube that you can see here on the second screen. I've got a Game Boy player and a copy of Pokemon Yellow in here. I have an SD card with a copy of Swiss and another SD card with a copy of GBI from Extrems. Is that everybody? Is that everything I need to mention? So. Okay, so I'm going to start the GameCube. I still love that sound.
It's a great startup.
It is an amazing startup.
Yep. The initial part here is we're using Melee to do the Homebros exploit. When you open up Versus mode and you open up the name select screen, it causes some memory corruption that allows us to basically gain complete control of the GameCube. We use that complete control to open Swiss, which is a homebrew loader. From Swiss, we can select GBI, which is a replacement for the Game Boy player's startup disc, which allows us to do task playback. You'll notice we did not select options before going into the game. We don't need to, because we can frame perfectly hold buttons while text displays to get fast speed effectively. And then we're going to set the options once we get in the game, and you will see the input viewer get quite interesting at that point. You probably also saw it get pretty crazy when the rival name happened.
Okay, so where are you going now? I assume this is just a normal game.
Yep, we are just playing the game like normal. This is actually, through this point, very similar to the glitchless task, except that we had to set up those special names for the glitching of the game later. The names get executed as part of memory, so we don't want them to be anything that would do anything weird when it gets executed.
Whereas with the Pokemon Red, we specifically named the rival RXRXPK, because we were abusing the fact that that item list had something interesting in it. In your case, you want to avoid anything interesting.
I think so. Because if it gets executed, bad things could happen. If I understand correctly.
Right. I love that it's like X, question mark X. Are you sure that part isn't written and actually executed as code?
Well, I think it gets executed, but we're making it something that doesn't do much when it gets executed, so that it doesn't break anything.
Huh. The only reason I ask is that format just seems like it's actual useful code, so I'd actually like him to look into that.
It could be. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not either.
I did not design the glitches for this, so
yeah.
I'm not
So let's do some credits. Who worked on this? Who are the authors of the task, and who worked on the glitch?
So, Lucky Typhlosion is the main glitcher who has been working on this, along with Giftvex and Enterpenter. They have been very useful working on the glitch setups. And then I wrote the actual task script that makes the game do what they wanted it to do. And, yeah, Goddess Maria has also been providing support for some of the task writing.
Oh, Goddess Maria, and she's here right now.
Yes.
Awesome.
And additionally, so Giftvex and Alyosha tasks were instrumental in getting BizHawk to the point where we could do these task playbacks.
And Extremes has obviously done a ton. I don't know if he prefers to be Extremes or Extremes, but...
I say Extreme, I don't know. But yeah, Extremes has created the Game Boy interface software, which is extremely useful for doing task playback on the GameCube. And gives us this neat little input viewer.
That is awesome.
I manipulate the little guy there to walk out of the way of the character so he doesn't block us. We call him the goalie because he likes to goalie your movement.
I love how you just pick up an order you didn't pay for and walk out.
Yep. They're like, oh yeah, you know the guy.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
And then this is full YOLO grass. While we're walking through extra grass on the way back, it's faster to walk through the grass than to walk back over the ledges. The ledge hops take extra time.
That's
We
interesting.
minimize those, and then walk through all the grass. Getting no encounters because we're a task and we can manipulate the RNG. You might see some A presses during the walk through the grass. That helps us make delays to get good RNG.
Dark Art would like to know what part of this is possible in real time.
Everything except for one part I will tell you later.
So is there a strategy for real time to do that?
This whole run has an RTA route. There is some stuff we are working for to make it less similar to the RTA route. But yes, there is an RTA run of this takes about 13 minutes.
So the RTA run is 13 minutes. How long is this current run?
About 11 and a half.
11 and a half. And do you expect further improvements?
Yes, there's a lot of work we're still doing on it. So
Will
I think
those
I can
improvements
clean
be
up like
done
10
by
seconds
October?
without even a route change, and we can make route changes to get another minute off probably.
Another minute? Wow, do you think those changes could be done by October?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How
So this is just a
reliable this?
prototype. This is to prove that we can do this run and that we have all the equipment ready for it.
Okay. How reliable has it been in your experience?
I have never had the Game Boy Player system from Extremes fail
Awesome.
due to a hardware error. Extremes had it happen once, but it was his GameCube. It was nothing to do with the software. The task playback is completely robust.
Okay. And we have specific video file formats that are better than this one that are progressive video, correct?
Yes, I can get one-to-one perfect pixel playback.
Awesome.
So it looks like completely original to the console.
Awesome. Right now, obviously, I'm not because I don't have a progressive scan capable cable. Actually, this console that I'm on doesn't even have the port on it, but...
Oh, you have a DAL 001 or something?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I have two consoles. That one is a DAL 001.
I think it's a 101.
Yeah. This one here does have both. You can see both ports on that one. So we might try it with that later, but I don't have the cable. I don't have the digital cable yet. But if someone wants to go to donate.tasbot.net and help me with those funds... Anyway,
So,
sorry.
yeah, you need like a $300 component cable, and do you have an OSSC?
Yes, I have an OSSC.
Okay, then you can do one-to-one
Yeah.
if you have
So.
a $300 component cable.
Yeah.
So we caught a Pokemon. It doesn't need to have special DVs yet. Just any Pokemon on Route 1. It's the fastest way to catch a Pokemon, and then go back to the Viridian Center. Because after you die in the forest, you need to come back to the Viridian Center, so we set our waypoint by using that center.
Set a waypoint, huh? Is that a...
Yes, a death waypoint. Death warp.
Oh, we're gonna death warp. Awesome.
Yes. You can, but the HDMI solutions that are currently on the market are actually worse video quality than Component plus OSSC would do when it's tuned properly, because of some chroma shift. Yeah, the
Interesting.
GameCube component cable is worth at least $300. They're extremely rare. Hence the HDMI solutions that are being worked on.
Now, is that
So,
because they just
go
didn't
ahead.
make very many of them?
Yeah, they were just very limited supply. Another thing important to note here, the task playback that we're doing, that I set Dwango up with, uses entirely official hardware. This might be one of the first times this has ever been done task playback wise. There's no modified controller, there's no modified console. Everything involved is completely unmodified hardware.
Yeah, and I want to chime in on that really quick. So one clarification here. I did do this earlier. You've probably seen this. I had done the Pokemon Red inside of the Super Game Boy. Never ever do that. Ever. Under any circumstances should you play anything on a Super Game Boy, because it loses inputs once per second every 56 or 57 frames. And it was terrible working with that. Also, the device is just absolutely insane when it comes to how it pulls the controllers, so trying to interact with it was a nightmare. If you want details on exactly how difficult that was, go read POC GTFO issue number 10. But yeah, so that's the only other proper console verification of a Pokemon run ever, and that was done with half the speed that's possible with this version. Okay, so what just happened there? You just reset.
So we death warped off of basically a trainer fly. It's how you set up a glitch to happen when you re-enter the Verdian Forest. And now we're doing a manipulation, which will set up memory in specific points by manipulating trainer sprites in a house, so that when we do that memory corruption in Verdian Forest, we'll get a glitched Mart. So right now you'll see us moving the bird sprite to the left and the girl sprite to the top of the screen. You also look at the town map. All of that is setting up memory, so we'll see that glitched Mart when we go to Verdian Forest.
Aha!
We also have to get the bird to walk left as we make it leave the screen, and then make it come back on the screen and hop that ledge. All of that is memory setup for the glitched Mart.
It was hilarious how you just did a little curly loop.
Yep. We have to do that ledge hop.
Whoa, okay, that looks awesome.
Yes. So now we are in the glitch mart. We buy a glitched item and do a moonwalk as we leave the glitched mart. That glitched item will allow us to get item underflow, which is eventually what lets us do the Hall of Fame warp. And you can see a lot of the insanity of perfect task inputs here.
Yeah, you can see the button mashing is crazy. So it looked like you went to the save menu and then canceled, or did you successfully save?
You have to do that in order to prevent memory from corrupting in ways that you don't want.
And so you can corrupt it in the ways you do want it to.
Yes. And then we toss some item stacks on top of each other, continually flash the save at the right time. And this is all just setting up map locations. I think one of the things we're doing is eventually we're trying to get to the point where in the item underflow menu, which we get by moving the cancel button up, making those stacks collapse on each other, we are going to swap the TM4180 with another TM41 glitch item here. That moves the map script pointer to where we want it to be. And then swapping the Thunder Badge with the Helix fossil sets our map ID to what we want it to be. And that moves us to the Hall of Fame.
Awesome. Well, we're here.
Yep.
And yes.
So in 11 and a half minutes, we have gotten to the Hall of Fame.
So we might yet still figure out some way to do visualization on the actual controller. We certainly did for other things, and I'm assuming it's at least quasi-possible here some crazy way. I'm not entirely certain what that way is yet.
You'll have to ask Extremes, but
yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
I also want to point out the dude that was swimming in the floor in there when you left.
He was swimming in the floor?
Lol.
Yeah, there was a guy swimming in the floor. It was one of the swimming trainers. They were just chilling there next to the bookshelf.
Okay. Awesome. A winner is you. Okay, so we're going to do a redraw. Look in the left-hand side of your screen while we talk about the finale of this. So this is artwork that happens on my stream, just for anybody who's watching this on YouTube later. So first of all, I'd like to thank TIKevin83, who was instrumental in making it possible for me to get all the equipment I needed here to do this. This is a run that we'll be submitting for GDQX. It's not likely that we'll get everything we want in because they're not putting much time into that one. Right now, we plan to submit this run along with Item of Use 3 and possibly Super Mario 64 just to give them some options, but I think this run in particular is a great choice for GDQX, and if not, we'll just resubmit it for AGDQ 2018, assuming that's okay, TIKevin83.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. I really enjoy working on this. I enjoy getting to the point where we have a prototype that runs completely on console and reliably as reliably as it does. Yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, that concludes this. That was about 12 and a half minutes, so the estimate I'll be putting in there, assuming you are able to shave a minute off, I'm still going to be submitting the same estimate of about 12 minutes and 30 seconds, because that's all we had to do.
Are you including